Okay, so in this Boom Beach idea, I haven't done one in like 6 days. We have the pillar. The pillar is a defense that goes below the mine. Now, the mine also works as well, but like, I don't know. The pillar has a suspicious mine on top. What I mean by suspicious is if it has a scenery, then it will have like just the free to place grass on top, which will definitely give it away. But I mean, no. Yeah, let's just remove that. Okay, so the suspicious thing about the mine will be the beep. You're gonna have to turn your phone, but okay. So beeps. I'm gonna talk about them more in this video. Okay, so beep is like this, where the white mine, the layer on top, turns into and boom mine has that, and it doesn't beep. And the shock mine has that. I'm pretty sure it doesn't beep. So yeah, just to keep that minded. Yeah. So the pillar will have same things as suspicious, not with its beep schedule, but the beep itself. So it may have an orange beep, but it may be brightly colored, and it may expand a little sometimes. But also in the beep, and sometimes the beep may last longer. So instead of like just beep, 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 it'll be like beep, beep, beep. Yeah, I mean it's random like that, but beeps really just last like beep, 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 beep. Yeah, like that. So yeah, it'll have something suspicious about that mine. Now, when you place a pillar, you'll have to place it above an actual mine. It won't be a fake mine that'll be placed there. So if there's more pillars than mines, then there will just be a mine on top. So basically, instead of like having a whole entire grid to deal with, you only have the grids that have the mines. So like these squared areas have mines, the square in them, and then, well, that means that you can only place it there. And if all of them are taken, and you have like 2, and there's only 1 spot left, so you place that there, then yeah, you'll have an entire grid to yourself. I know they tell you to draw in the lines. So yeah, there will be a mine on top, but there will be like a regular mine, just so that it can be suspicious. The only activation that it will give is no damage. It'll just make a sound, and then that will be the sound of that coming. You'll be able to decide on that. Now, basically, the pillar defense goes above the mine, right? So the movement speed is slow to fast. Here are the sounds. Okay. That last one didn't even have that. So, yeah, it does 2 times damage per mine per second. So basically what that means, 200 damage is basically when the pillar strikes up. So like this is where the pillar placement is, and then this is the strike up, and then this is the mine on top, which I don't know, which actually hit the player, unless if it's a decoy without the mine. But yeah, like I talked about earlier. So, okay, yeah. So, let's say like there's a tank in here. 2 times damage per mine per second basically means every second twice the damage of the mine, but I mean before you get out you'll get those damage, while you're in it. So yeah, and how this works is, well, when the troop is caught in, the speed reduction will be like 10 out of 100. This means it'll take that 10 of that speed away from that troop. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is complicated, but also with the mine, yeah, just two. Okay, but another thing with the pillar, when there is a troop on it, hold up. So the pillar can be upgraded. Yes, I said it, upgraded. And the pillar can look different too. So this is just a regular pillar, let's say, and this will also upgrade that mine, except if, the only time that it won't upgrade the mine is if there was no mines left and that was a decoy. So yeah, the pillar will have like extra spikes, so every level it'll gain a spike, and that spike will go on the sides. Actually, sometimes it'll have these bumps if there's too much, and it'll be little from big if there's enough. So yeah, this equals more damage per hit spike. So the pillar itself does 10 damage, but same with the rest. And the last upgrade will probably include a bat blast from that pillar. Yeah, that's how it will work. The movement speed, I should name that to speed, basically is how fast this is. So slow is 2 times, is like 0.5 times more. It's like 0.5 times more than tanks, which are slow troops. And then the moderate will be like 2 times faster than warriors, and then not warriors, heavies, and then it'll be 6. I'm not sure, but like it's definitely gonna be faster. Probably like 0.5 times for all of them, let's say. Okay. So let's go to the actual defense, which is like the shooting part of it. Now this won't be for like another level, probably like level 5 of this thing. There will be the blast. Now I talked about this earlier with the upgrades and how it will work. The blast will be like a mine blast. Instead of the mine being on top, which will give it away, there will be a blast from the pillar. So when the pillar comes up like this, and yes, when I draw this, where you're gonna place it. So yeah, when the pillar comes up, I might draw it without the boundaries. Yeah. Just joking. So when the pillar goes up, instead of the pillar having a mine on it before then, so that Minesweeper can clear it and probably get hit by it, there will be no longer mines, and instead of having a mine that works like that, it'll just be like a regular pillar, except with a blast. I think I said that multiple times already. Comment down if I did. And basically the blast, since the mine is removed, has the same effect as the mine. So the mine will still be in the pillar, but it won't shoot it out. It'll just shoot out like a mortar does, except liquidy. So like this will be the shock mine, this will be the boom mine, and then a redder color will be the flame mine, and then this will be the ice mine. Those two are my ideas. These two are my ideas. So yeah. That isn't really good. And yes, finally we have is a regular mine, which is just a gray one. If you see that, it'll just beep. So like a gray into orange. Basically, those are both mines. So yeah. Yeah, there won't Minesweepers won't sweep the pillar anymore. Instead, the Minesweeper won't even notice that. And if you're wondering what will make if troops actually fall on that, like let's say a flare gets on that, will it be like a sky shield and boom that away? Yes. Like let's say an artillery is on this thing. Actually, no, that's not. So it's like a hot pot. If a troop comes close, a troop stands on it, then you can artillery it, and it won't do no damage. But if it's just down there, then you have to wait until the pillar goes up. And if you remove the mine, like here. If you remove that mine, then, like, let's say with an artillery, a barrage, then the pillar will be activated without a troop. Otherwise, yeah. And if you're wondering for like decoy mines, like what I talked about earlier, if there's no mines on the base anymore, then you'll have to, then there will just be a fake mine, a regular mine on top. What will be it in this case? Well, in this case, if you have another mine, then it'll be placed onto that. So if you place a mine, that first mine will be, like if you place a swarm of mines, the first one that you place at that time will be on the pillar. And so, yeah. So, if you didn't even place it on it, then the mine will, the pillar will immediately go to that mine. So, yeah, you don't even have to worry about that. So, and this is my idea. All of this is my idea. It's just a sketch. It's just a drawing. So, yeah, if there's a mine, then it's gotta be like those colors that I showed you. But if there's no mine, then there will just be like, then it'll be the worst pillar if it's just one, because the pillar will only hit you 200 damage, which may sound bad, but yeah, it also has to exit with the other ones. So with this one, it'll just hit, and then as soon as it stops moving upwards, stops growing, it'll get yeet to the air with an extra 2 times bonus of that damage. So basically 600. So 400 of falling. Okay, I'm joking. It's still 200, so 400. So it's basically the damage times 2. What if a Clusterdeer bullet hits on a pillar when there's a mine or when it's spawning up? So here's the case. So if it hits the mine, depends if it's like a shock mine, regular mine, or a boom mine. Okay, I'm joking. So like a Clusterdeer bullet, a Heavy Zuka bullet, if it hits the mine, a Minesweeper, if it steps on it on purpose, the pillar mines, or like any GBE, you know what that is, the same effect as if a regular troop step on it. Yeah, except if it's a shock mine. Because let's say if it's a Clusterdeer bullet, that Clusterdeer bullet will stay in there like a glitch and then just hop back out, hitting your troops. Or like shocking your troops. If it's a shock, yeah, it is a shock mine. So yeah, they got that. So yeah, if it's coming into the air like during like this process of the pillar formation, this is more common if it's slow, but if it's like Super Warrior, it's basically like a regular troop should be. So like a flying troop, and if it loses its flying powers and the barrage, the artillery, when artillery hit that and it activated it, then it'll just be like a regular pillar without the mine at all, without a mine placement, just bouncing back up. That fly bro. But if it's in that transformation, like I said, in artillery, which is damaged at like, you might say a mystery Eppertron, the comments. The artillery might do 3 times more damage than it was. Artillery would be like, the first shell would be basically the same thing. The shock mine will actually shock this thing from growing. So basically stopping the growing process. And then the other thing about this is if it caught on to the other spikes in the upgrades, like if an artillery hit here, it's still the same effect. Okay, here's another one. Tiny shock, still the same thing. What else? Ice shield. Yeah, that'll add an extra few hit points, except instead of like keeping that, it'll keep that for like 1 second and then bounce off to another troop, and it takes time. So like another troop, and if it has half a health, then it'll give half the health if it's half its time, and if it's not, then it'll give, and let's see, another one. Yeah, let me just do one Boom Beach. So a smoke screen will just, if it's directly in the can, you may have to tilt your head a bit. If it hits the can, then there will be like a bunch of smoke. But if it hits the smoke, then nothing will happen, just increasing the smoke. The flare may if it hits, if it's going up in process, the flare won't stay there, but instead just bounce. The flare stick will bounce, and then critters will be critters do a sky shield. Yeah, I'm checking here to see if there's any. Oh yeah, whatever the second winner GDE, will kick it somewhere else, bouncing it, bounce. Okay, bye.